Welcome back to the channel, baby. Let's get into it, son. All right, we got some inflation devastation for you guys. Ooh, I like the name of that title, man. Woo, thought it up myself. So, shit's real depressing these days. I'm gonna be straight up, man. Prices are through the roof, and it's hard out here for everybody. It doesn't matter who you are, you know. I mean, I'm doing pretty well for myself, and it's rough, man. So I'm right there with all you guys. All right. So let's go and hop into this video and get into it, man. So here we are.
Do this. Check this out. It says $2.59 for a peeled white onion a pound. Now watch how much it'll be when we check out.
Weigh your item.
1 pound. 86.
Item.
See that? Price is still the same since Wednesday. So let's switch it up and go with a peeled sweet onion and see if this one's accurate.
Move your yellow onion.
Okay, that one's wrong. Sweet tart kiwi fusions, $2.99. $2.99. Slippy Sour Patch Kids, $2.99. Sweetest fish. Here we go. 30-cent markup. 30-cent markup. $1 markup. SMH. So I've been noticing that a lot of the items, they don't really line up with what's said on the shelving. And it's off by not a whole lot, a few cents here and there. But check it out. Anyone ever do?
So that video was from holdthechili. Man, so this was the thing, I don't know, probably like a year ago, right? And I remember we would try and like take a picture of the price, put it in the basket, or like write it down, and then like go to checkout and go through it. Dude, it added more time. Like it wasn't worth it to go through every item and nitpick it, you know. So they won that one, man. They're hitting us with whatever price they want. So get used to it, man. We ain't gonna do shit about it anyways, right? So moving forward.
Last 40 years repeats itself. In 2063, we'll see these prices. A new car will cost about $136,000. The average rent will be about $9,000 a month. The gas price will be about $13 a gallon. An average home will cost about $1.9 million. And the average salary will be about $100,000 a year. Now look, we can laugh about these numbers all we want because they are pretty comical. But unfortunately, we live in a clown world. And this might just happen because inflation, like all other things, unfortunately compounds. Remember back in 2008 when the world was melting and Ben Bernanke came out with these huge stimulus packages, people criticized him because they thought, oh my God, $500 billion, that's wild. $700 billion, that's insane. And then whenever the lockdowns occurred in 2020 and we printed trillions upon trillions of dollars, they said the same exact thing. They're like, oh my God, that's insane. That's so much money. Well, the next time something happens and they pivot and they print money, how much do you think it's going to be? It's not going to be single digit trillion. It's going to be tens of trillions of dollars. AOC already said she wants to implement a $90 trillion spending initiative on climate. That should give you an idea of how much we are going to inflate this currency away over the course of time. Not only that, but our world is just getting harder. Gas prices are going to go up because, simply put, there's not going to be enough gas. Saudi Arabia is already reducing the amount of gas it's selling. Russia has cut off exports entirely. In the US, well, we just don't want to frack for shit here, which is a shame because we really could and our gas would be a lot cheaper. And unfortunately, gas goes into every one of these other things. It goes into how much your car costs. It goes into how much the rent is because you need gas for a lot of things that build a fucking house, or at least go in the house. So you see where this is going. If you don't start making and investing money now, you're never gonna get rich. And I'm saying this in a position of absolute fear. I am fearful every day that I'm not gonna make enough because quite frankly, we don't know how much it's gonna take. It might take an ungodly number that none of us are gonna be able to reach. And if that's the case, so be it. But we gotta try because there's no nobility in throwing in the towel. And I am not trying to be caught in this slavery mess.
All right, a lot to unravel there. So I'm gonna address the fracking first. Why would you use all of your resources when you can steal the rest of the world's? Think about it, man. I mean, really now, seems pretty smart to me. We've got an untapped reserve of oil right underneath our feet that when it comes time to where we need to, you know, in case we get excommunicated from the rest of the world, which seems like we're right on track for that. So, So you can count on the oil field industry really taking off here coming up. So now let's talk about gas price. I wouldn't even be dude, $13.39 a gallon. They're gonna do that. Like that's gonna be a thing, man. Like there's no way around that. I don't know if I said his name either. Stupid Rich, great job. But yeah, they're gonna do that, man. There's just no way around it. It's very unfortunate, but no stopping any of this. This thing's moving right along. So we should probably do the same. So hopping into the next video, a little bit of levity here for you.
And then I'm out of here. Jesus Christ! Hey, what seems to be the problem, sir? Yeah, I think your machine's broken. It's saying my groceries are $400. Yeah, no, that'd be correct, sir. So you're gonna fix this or what? No, sir. Due to inflation, we had to raise the prices of literally everything just to keep our doors open. Like of what? Well, milk and eggs are $40. What? Each. Like I said, what? I also noticed you got healthy food, which is way more expensive than unhealthy processed food for some reason. Boom, we're already at $300. What the? And then, of course, we gotta tack on all the fees. What? You guys have fees now? This is 2024. We have fees, sir. So first there's the shipping and handling fee. What? But I'm the one that drove here to pick it up. No, that's just for simply putting it on the goddamn shelf. Then we got the shopping fee, the shopping cart fee, the shopping while using a shopping cart fee, a around an aisle 5 fee. Around an aisle 5 fee? Yeah, you're spending a lot of time down there. I don't know what the you're doing. I couldn't find the bread. Well, you should probably find a second job because I'm still not finished yet. Oh my god. Now, did you ask one of our employees for help earlier? Yeah. Did you know that we charge for that? Could you? I was meaning to ask you guys earlier if you could charge more for that. Of course we can, sir. Now go ahead and insert your card and tip your checkout machine whenever you're ready. What? Why would I tip a machine if I did all the work? Machines work hard too, sir. What? Okay, fine, I'll just put 0 then. No problem here. Ladies and gentlemen, if I could direct your attention to the self-checkout line, we have a poor piece of shit. I repeat, we have a poor piece of shit in the self-checkout line. I'm going to McDonald's.
Oh man, that sums it up pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, dude. Ridiculous as shit, dude. The whole tipping, like, I'll go into like a small, like, I don't know, like whatever, like a gas station or sometimes, and they'll be like, yeah, and then like the tip screen comes up, and you can like feel them staring at you, like, are you gonna hit the button? I can see what you're doing. Yeah, you're looking at the 0, going back and forth from the, and then you hit the 0 and you look up at him. You're like, oh, sorry, dude. Oh, shit's funny, man. But yeah, shit's in absurdity levels. You know, that's why like that video we saw before. It's not unrealistic for us to hit those prices. Shit, what we've seen in the last 5 years has just been, but we knew this was gonna happen. When you keep printing fucking money out of thin air, what do you expect? It screws me and you. That's just how this works. They know that, man. I don't think for 2 seconds they don't know that. So, moving forward.
Executives of Geico Car Insurance are smoking crack because apparently my policy is going up to $400 a month when just 2.5 years ago it was $135 a month. That is a 200% increase in 2.5 years. At this rate, I'm better off having no insurance and just paying out of pocket if I have an accident. So I need some advice because I don't want to sell my car, but I'm not paying $400 a month to insure it. The executive...
That's real shit, man. If it hits that point, I mean, unfortunately, if you got a mortgage, you are screwed, son. I am so grateful to be in my position. Like, honestly, I have been very strategic about my finances and intentionally lowered all of my bills as much as I can. And yes, I've had my bills go up, but we're good, man. Like, we were very blessed to have a certain situation arise where we could take over a house, and it's paid off, man. So yeah, with that being said, we have HOA fees, I guess you could say, but whatever, man. It's only like $800 a month, so not that bad, honestly. In the scheme of things, some of these people out here are paying freaking insane money for renting, you know. But yeah, I mean, I highly suggest everybody starts looking at, dude, we're in the time where we're done living beyond our means, right? Like, yes, everybody wants a super sick car. Yes, everybody wants a baller ass house, right? But we're past that. You gotta change your OODA loop, man. Like how you're perceiving shit. It's gotta come back to reality. We're gonna be hitting a point where you should probably stop financing stuff. I mean, there was an era where people would try and pay stuff off. You know, if you didn't have money for it, you wouldn't get a loan for it. You know, now that's not reasonable for a lot of people. A lot of people, you know, your car breaks down and it's totaled and it's not worth putting another $5,000 into it for an engine. I get it, man. You know, put $5,000 down on a car payment. Hopefully for $10,000, right? And pay half of it off. But yeah, man. So I don't know. It's time to rein things in a little bit, because if not, man, it's only gonna get worse. You think it's bad now? Dude, you better have your bills slashed, son, because I can guarantee you, if what happens, what I think personally is gonna happen, it's gonna be to the point to where it hyperinflates so bad that people will be like, let's say you have your wife, right, or whoever. Okay, I don't know if you're single. I don't know your situation, man. All right, chill. All right, so let's say it does hyperinflate, and we're seeing insane amounts of hyperinflation a day. What has happened in the past, people will literally have their wife go to their job, pick up the check an hour, on the hour, go to the store, spend it, and rinse and repeat, and they'll do that all day, and the jobs will cash people out, because if you wait an hour, that money just lost an insane amount of value. Think about that. That would be nuts. And that could happen, man. Remember that big button they're getting ready to hit? Don't even want to say it, but it's coming, man. So let's move on to the next one.
You need to make today to live like your parents did 40 years ago, making $30K a year, is totally depressing. In a TikTok video, financial expert Robert Gill explained that, adjusted for inflation, please sit down and have your emotional support person on standby before proceeding, you'd have to make $162,342 to have the same purchasing power. Now, it's important to understand that inflation isn't just the prices of things going up. It's also the broader price increases across sectors, industries, and ultimately an entire country's economy in general. So it's not just that, say, housing prices are up since 1983. A dollar is actually worth less than it was previously. This is why we're all feeling the pinch, and also why our parents don't seem to get it. Boomers telling us to work harder isn't going to suddenly make our dollars worth more, which led several commenters to ask Gill the question probably on everyone's mind. Does inflation ever really go down? His response: it hasn't in the last 40 years. Nope. And this, of course, means that as the value of our money continues to decrease, the amount of money needed to live a stable life will continue to increase. And unless we do something, like, say, reining in corporate power by having reasonable corporate tax rates like the ones we had even during the beloved Reagan era, for instance, a comfortable life on a normal salary will become more and more unattainable to us average folks.
They'll never do it. The corporations run everything right now. Let's be real. And these are the people who are the makers and the movers, and they're the ones creating all the fucking problems we've got to this day. So, what a damn shame, right, man? Shit's just all bad, man. But I'm right there with you guys. We're all suffering through this together. So, you know, hey, if you made it this far in the video, if you gave me with a like, share, subscribe, and maybe a comment, and hit the little bell icon, man. Mean the world to me. All right, you guys have a good rest of the day. Appreciate you for tuning in. Later on.